Hi Stampers, this is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations. Welcome to my live. I go live here on YouTube and Facebook every Monday and Thursday at 2:30 to give you some kind of free class. And today is no different. Today we're doing a fun fold card I think you're going to like. It's a kind of a diagonal gatefold that kind of pops out. And I can't wait to show you how it's done. So let me switch you down to my desk. I'm trying kind of a different layout on the screen today, making it bigger in hopes that that helps you guys see better what I'm doing on the screen. You can let me know if it's good or not. This fold is actually from volume 2 of my tutorial book. It's back here. And so I thought I would do this because I haven't done this fold in a while. And I thought it would be fun to share with you. And someone recently said that they ordered too much of this copper clay and didn't know what to do with it. And so I thought it went really well with the fall leaves. And we have 2 of them. We have this autumn leaves, which is a carryover from last year. And then we have the changing leaves, which is a new one for this year. And this would totally work with both of them, whichever one you chose to do. And this changing leaves one I'm going to work with soon because it has a hybrid embossing folder where you can cut and emboss all at the same time. And I can't wait to show you how that's done. But for today, we're going to do this new fold. Well, fold we haven't done in a while. And it's going to start out with 2 pieces of cardstock. And they're 4 inches by 10 1/4. And then there's 2 of them. And they're scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so 4 inches by 10 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip them. So they're going to go this direction. So one's going to open on either side. Then what we're going to need to do is on the left-hand side, I want to measure over 4 inches. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to measure over 4 inches this direction. So I'm making a mark top and bottom based on left and right. Does that make sense? So I measured over from the top on this one at 4 inches and made a mark. And I measured over on the bottom 4 inches and made a mark. We're going to end up gluing the 2 of them together. But I wanted to create this fold on the front. And how we're going to do that is I'm going to bring in the trimmer. And we're going to score between that little mark and the corner. So I'm laying it in my trimmer from that little mark down to this pointed corner. And I'm going to score. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Remember, this one's on the bottom, up to that corner. Oh, and then while I have this out, let's go ahead and we're going to decorate the front with these 2 pieces. I have a piece of wild wheat that is, I believe it's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. This is part of the Thoughtful Journeys Designer Series paper. And we're going to cut those both diagonally. So because it's got a point on either side, I don't want to ram the cutting blade into the point because sometimes that will smash the point. We want the point to stay sharp. So I'm going to actually drop the blade in the middle and I'm going to go up and go down. Oh, Christy, I'm so glad to hear that about your husband, that he's home from the hospital. Prayer works, I tell you. And thank you for updating us. We were worried. Okay, then I'm going to do that with the DSP. Same thing. Drop in the middle and go up and go down. And then we probably want to erase the little marks, especially mine since I made them a little darker in hopes that you could see them on camera. And then I'm going to take this and I want it to come down to the bottom and be flush with the bottom. Then I'm going to take and score this, or burnish the score line. Sorry. Okay, so this is our left-hand side. And again, I'm going to flush this with the bottom and then push into the score line. And this is going to be our right side. So they're going to go together and hopefully meet up in the middle. Now this has got a little bit of a gap, and I'm okay with that because we're going to go ahead and fix that. What I'll do is I'll just come in and give this a little bit of a trim. So I'm going to lay this in the trimmer and just cut a little bit off. And then we'll try this again. And now it fits perfectly. And it made it go over a little over here. So we'll just give that one a little bit of a trim. So we'll be, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. I wanted to be me than be exactly, because, you know, nobody's going to know that that's 1/8 of an inch shy. I mean, not even 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so is everybody following me so far? Okay, then we can go ahead and we can decorate these ones just because I want to get little pieces out of the way. Then we'll do some stamping. So I just did a little 3 3/4 by 1/2 of an inch. It was just some of the leftover DSP from the square that I cut, just to bring a little bit of the outside of the card inside. Oops. And I was okay leaving it a little bit long because I'd rather have it too long and trim off the back than have it be too short. See, so now it fits perfectly. I have to be honest, out of the whole Stampin' Up! Color line, these are probably 2 of my least favorite. But I thought they worked really well with this fall kind of theme. And there are people out there that do like them. So I try to not just show you things that I love, but show you most of it if I can. I don't buy everything in the catalog. That would be too hard, but yes, thank you for those of you who are entering #Prize Patrol. That is how you get entered into the drawing to possibly win today's card, because somebody will get today's card in the mail. And I have a computer in the background collecting everybody's name if you enter in #Prize Patrol. And you have to be live watching when we do it, when you enter that in there, because that's when the computer is collecting. So there we go. Okay, now let's do a little bit of stamping. I did this one with the largest leaf, and we don't really get to see the whole entire leaf because it's such a big one. It didn't fit in the area I was covering. So I decided to bring in a smaller one out of the set. Of course, all of them would work. I used this one first. Now I'm using this one. And then these are veins that you could stamp into the middle of it if you wanted to. I'm not using it today. Put a little scrap paper under here, and then I'm going to do tone on tone, which means I'm going to be stamping in copper clay ink onto copper clay. Yeah, I can. Janet wants me to move the little head up into the upper corner. I can, but I can't do it live. I have to do that when I'm not filming. So I will look into that. But is it helpful to have the screen larger? It was a custom thing I had to set up, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing. So we're on a test. So I'm just taking and randomly stamping some leaves. And then what I want to do is I want to glue the two of them together. Oh, we have more stamping. Okay, I have this circle. This is using the Stylish Shapes dies. And so I used the largest one to cut a circle of copper clay, and then the next size down for a very vanilla. Oops. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment kind of in the lower right of the circle, just to be a little different. And then we can do our stamping around it. Oh, somebody's watching on a phone. That would make for a very little screen. I hadn't thought about that. I was assuming everybody's watching on a computer, but that's probably a pretty silly assumption on my part. Okay, so to get the two of them together, all I want to do is glue the two backs together. And I'm using liquid glue, so I have a little bit of wiggle time. Because basically I want them one on top of the other, but I want to make sure that my front is flush. That's the part I'm most concerned with, is that my square in the front is in good shape. And it looks like it is. Then we can insert our inner layer. And I haven't stamped the inside yet because I haven't decided what occasion I'd be using it for. Probably a birthday card, but not sure yet. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to center it in this circle, but I only want to glue it to one side. So I'm kind of going to make a little bit of a mark. And then I'm going to put my glue below that mark. And then I'm just going to make sure we're centered. And I'm making sure there's no glue showing on this side because that would glue our card shut. But there we go. There is our diagonal. What did I call it? Expanding diagonal gatefold, because I did do another diagonal gatefold. So there's different ones. This one's the expanding one. And that is in book 2. And I promise I will get back to getting my stuff done ahead of time. I don't know what I'm doing on Thursday yet, but it is my plan this week to get back onto that. I was planning ahead for quite some time, and then that online class and my card buffet all happened at the same time. So I had to cut out 144 kits for my card buffet and 120 for that online class. So last week I cut out 264 card kits. So it took up kind of all of my time. But I will get back to that. So thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you for everyone for your commenting and for your likes and those thumbs up. I really appreciate all of that. And I hope to see you back here on Monday, or no, Thursday. It is Monday. See you back here on Thursday for another live. Let's go ahead and share the wheel and see who our winner is. So if you haven't yet, please go ahead and type in #PrizePatrol. My shoulder's weak. I have lots of range of motion in my shoulder. Like if I have the pulley system pulling my arm, it's great. But this morning I couldn't lift a cup of coffee to put it into the microwave because I've just lost all strength in my arm. So the doctor says what I need to be doing is lifting weights. So that's on my plan for this week as well. Oh, good. Looks like Helen got her online class. She signed up a little late because she's on vacation down there enjoying the hurricane in Cancun. How did that go? Did you get out of there in time before it hit landfall, or did it skip over where you were? I never did hear how that went. So here is our wheel. Kind of did funny things to our screen. Oh, yes, Mark's having his knee replacement surgery this week. Come on. There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's go ahead and spin and see who our winner is. So there we go. Louise is our winner. Congratulations to Louise. The way that you claim your prize is you go to my website, queenbeecreations.net, and then up there in the address bar after you did the .net, you're going to put /PrizePatrol, and that will take you to a Google form where you will give me your address and let me know where you would like the card mailed to. So congratulations. And again, thank you for those of you who are commenting and giving the thumbs up and all of those good things. And I hope to see you back here on Thursday. Thank you so much. Bye.